So, what does this bottle of gin and this box of raisins have to do with arthritis? Stay tuned and you'll find out. Welcome to Arthritis Help TV, and I'm your host, Dr. Nathan Way. Residency is a training period after medical school. One of the dread parts of being a resident is having to present a case to the chief of medicine. Basically, you have to summarize a patient's problems and what your diagnostic and treatment plans are for the patient, and then the chief rips your presentation apart. It can be pretty ugly. A presentation always starts with stating the gender and age of the patient. So anyway, I remember starting out, Mr. Smith is an elderly 60-year-old man, and the chief held up his hand to stop me. He then said in a tone that could melt steel, 60 is not elderly. At the time, I didn't know what he was talking about. To me, then, 60 was ancient. But now that I'm 62, I understand. Things change as you get older. You get medical problems and have to start taking medications. Some mornings I wake up and look in the mirror and ask, what happened? But I tell myself, 60 is a new 30. We'll be back in a second. So let's get back to the gin and the raisins. Many patients tell me about certain remedies they've either heard about or tried themselves and ask my opinion. An example is gin-soaked raisins. This recipe consists of getting golden raisins, covering them with a layer of gin, and letting them soak for 2 weeks until the gin evaporates. Then every day, you eat 9 of these raisins. Well, does it work? I suppose if you're really heavy on the gin, it could help relieve the pain. Actually, according to Barry Lazar from MontrealFood.com, gin comes from juniper berries, which are rich in vitamin C and terpenes. Terpenes were used in the Middle Ages for their medicinal qualities, and raisins also contain antioxidants, which also may help with arthritis. So who knows? Many folk remedies have proven to be really effective. For example, willow bark was touted in the old days to help relieve aches and pains and fever. Willow bark contains salicylum, the active ingredient in aspirin. Another folk remedy is bee stings for rheumatoid arthritis. In animal studies conducted by physicians in South Korea, melatonin, the principal protein in bee venom, blocks the expression of inflammatory genes that can cause painful tissue swelling in rheumatoid arthritis. While these are just 2 examples of possibly effective folk remedies, there are others. One thing I should mention is the placebo effect. If you believe something will help, it often does. The placebo response in arthritis clinical trials can be as high as 40%. So, what do you think of my magnetic bracelet, by the way? Looks nice, doesn't it? And I can swear my elbow doesn't hurt as much since I put it on. Well, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. This is Dr. Nathan Way.